What's up YouTube? This is Ishan and today I'm going to talk about why my permanent residency application was rejected so that way you can stay away from doing the same mistakes. So stay tuned. To give you a little bit of background, I applied for permanent residency with my spouse under the Canadian Experience Class 3. As we all know, in 2020, we were in the middle of the pandemic. It took us over 50 days to submit our application after getting the ITA. After eagerly waiting for another 50 days, we got an update in the IRCC portal. The update said that our application was rejected. After doing some research related to the PCC requirements, the rejection started making sense. In the rejection letter, IRCC mentioned three things. The first one mentioned that they did not perform a full review of our application. The second mentioned that they will refund all of our fees, which was around $2,800 at the time. And the third was that if I still was interested in applying the permanent residency, then I would have to start the process all over again, starting from filling out a new Express Entry profile. After doing some root cause analysis, we realized our mistake. At the time of application, my wife was in Canada on a visitor's visa. Before she came to Canada, we already knew that we will be applying for permanent residency soon, so I asked her to get the PCC from back home before coming here. This actually turned out to be the biggest mistake of all the time. IRCC requires the foreign PCC to be issued after departing the country. It is among some documents that IRCC considers as non-negotiables, and it will reject your application due to that. This is exactly what happened in my case. Normally, a rejection would mean that they considered and reviewed the whole application and then rejected it, and it would also imply that we cannot apply again right away. But in this case, my application was returned as incomplete, but IRCC for some reason still termed it as rejected. Now let's discuss the most common reasons for PR rejection. Missing deadlines, providing false information, or not providing enough proof for the CRS points that you have claimed will definitely get your application rejected. The most common reason for PR rejection is not fulfilling the PCC requirements. The police clearance certificate is required from every country that you have resided for over 6 months in a row in the period of last 10 years or since you were 18 years of age. If for some reason you are not able to get the PCC certificate by the deadline, then you are left with two options. The first option is to decline the invitation and go back to the pool and wait for the future draws to happen. The second option is to prove that you have applied for PCC. But there's a catch. If IRCC is not convinced, then they will reject your application. Down in the description section, I'm going to provide you a link to the IRCC website that clearly explains when a PCC should be issued. Always make sure to scan all your documents in color, including the PCC. A bonus tip for inland applicants like me is to get the RCMP certificate well in advance because IRCC does request it from some applicants. This way, it might speed up the application a little bit. If you're claiming CRS points for your work experience, then it is very essential to provide proper proof of employment. You should include a letter of employment with your pay stubs. On your screen, you should see a list of things that one must include in the letter of employment. Showcasing that you have enough funds is very important, especially if you are applying as an outland applicant. Funds shown must be in liquid form, which means either it should be in the savings account or under a fixed deposit which can easily be liquidated if required. Please make sure to get all the bank statements only printed on the bank letterhead. IRCC may reject an application for medical reasons. If an applicant is determined to be a public health risk by having an infectious disease like tuberculosis, their application can be rejected. It is very well known that the healthcare is free in Canada. An applicant might face a rejection if they have a health condition that requires excessive demand from the public healthcare system. The threshold is currently set to 21,798 Canadian dollars per year. I know this one is really obvious, but some applications have been rejected for missing or incomplete passport. So please make sure that you scan all the pages of your passport that have stamps on them. To give you some extra useful information, according to IRCC, your documents must be valid on two dates. The first date is when you create your Express Entry profile, and the second date is when you submit your application after getting the invitation. That is it for today, guys. If you are aware of more rejection reasons, then please share it in the comment section. If you found this video informative and useful, please share a like as it really motivates me in making more such content. If you have any questions about your PR application, please post it down in the comments section and I will try to respond those with best of my knowledge. That is it, and I hope you all have a good one. See you in the next one.